So you're looking to move to Pueblo, Colorado. Well, stick around. In this video, we're actually going to cover veteran benefits. So whether you're looking to move to Pueblo or maybe just Colorado in general, and you want to know what the benefits are that are offered for veterans, I've got you covered. We're going to go through some of the key things that are really prominent here in Colorado if you're a veteran, how that can benefit you, and we'll cover it all. So stick around and we're going to get to it. If this is your first time on this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click that bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all the latest market trends going on here in Pueblo, Colorado. Hi, I'm Krista, and I am a local realtor here who has been here pretty much my entire life. So I've got the scoop on all the neighborhoods, the goods, the bads, the pros, the cons, and we're gonna cover all of that here. So be sure that you're up to date with that little bell notification. And if you want us to help you, we love connecting with people and helping them make a smooth move to Pueblo. So grab our contact information from that description box, set up a time to chat, and whether it's now or in 100 days from now, we look forward to helping you make it a smooth move to Pueblo.
Okay, so we're going to cover veteran benefits in this video today. And, you know, it's not something that's really ever discussed or talked about unless you're specifically looking for the benefits as a veteran. But I think it's good for most people to know because you never know when maybe your spouse is going to become a veteran someday or something like that. So here's some information. If you are a veteran and you just want to do a rundown, maybe you haven't even fully looked into the benefits yourself. Here's what I can tell you that I know about Colorado. So let's start with everybody's favorite topic when we're looking at real estate. So we're looking to buy a piece of property and we want to know, as a veteran, what benefit am I going to receive, if any, in some sort of property tax exemption, maybe some income tax exemption. So we'll start with property tax. So the property tax exemption benefit for Colorado is 50% on the first 200,000 of the home's value. So not necessarily what you purchased the home for, but the 200,000 of the home's value. Those are two different numbers usually. So whatever that number is, you can apply. Now, let's say you have a spouse that is, you know, of the veteran and you own the home. There's actually still some benefits there. There's some criteria. If you were married in the year that you're claiming by January 1st, so let's say you're claiming in September, you were married by January 1st, you would still, even though you're the spouse as the owner, the veteran could still qualify for that tax exemption because you're married. And then anybody who received honorable discharge would be the other qualification that you would have to meet. If you were 100% service connected, permanently disabled from, you know, rated that from the VA, you would qualify as well. So there's some qualifying factors, obviously, but if you're considered a veteran, you're going to look at 50% exemption for up to 200,000 of the home's value. So now let's talk about income tax benefits, another hot topic for people, right? So your combat pay, let's start with that. So combat pay would be exempt from state tax, retirement pay exemption, which is amazing, by the way. Combat pay, let's not gloss over that. Combat pay is exempt from state tax. That's huge, especially in Colorado, because I feel like we have some decently high state taxes. Retirement pay exemption. Under 55, you're going to have an exemption for up to 15,000 of your income. If you're between 55 and 64, it's up to 20,000. If you're over 65 plus, it's up to 24,000. So Colorado non-resident military spouse tax does have some relief as well. The wages and tips received in Colorado by an eligible non-resident military spouse are also not subject to Colorado income tax. So if you're married, that is an added on benefit that your spouse doesn't even have to pay the state income taxes as well. Huge exemption there. Again, we have some pretty decently high taxes. So take advantage of that if you can. Education and training, they do have tuition assistance. So up to 100% for National Guard members. Honorary diplomas for World War II, Korea, Vietnam veterans, and then 275 plus approved programs from the Colorado Office of Vet Education. So if you go to that office and you're looking for different education benefits, I mean, there's so many that we wouldn't even be able to list them out. We just really want to give you a high level view on this video of the different benefits that you can get as a veteran, because again, it's not something that we really ever think about or talk about if you're not a veteran. So, and sometimes you have to dig for the information. So we're trying to cut that legwork out for you in this video, and we're trying to make it easy for you to get that high level overview of some things that you can think about, maybe go look to see what the qualifications for of things to apply for and things like that if you are looking to move to Colorado or you live here and maybe this is new to you and you're like, oh, I didn't know that. I could actually go look deeper into this specific topic. So there are transportation and vehicle benefits. You do get free disabled veteran plates, which again, plates in Colorado, there is, depending on which one, there can be a charge for them. So you will have your own specialized free disabled veteran plates. And the other cool thing, and especially want to mention this if you are looking to move to Pueblo specifically, is that you get free or discounted state park admission. So the cool thing about that, if you've not heard me yet mention in some of my videos, Pueblo has an amazing state park here. We have the Pueblo Reservoir. And so we don't just have boats and everything out there. We have campground sites. So there's tons of places to camp out there. And our reservoir here is pretty cool. So our reservoir is one of the most highly sought after reservoirs in Colorado, believe it or not. Pueblo is kind of like this hidden area that nobody really talks about because you think Denver, you think Colorado Springs, Fort Collins, kind of the bigger, more popular either college towns or bigger cities. And so Pueblo's kind of this hidden thing. Well, we also have this amazing gem here in this giant reservoir that we have for boating, paddle boarding, jet skis, whatever you want. And people come here not just for that, but also for the camping as well. So we have all the campgrounds, we have all the cool stuff here to do on the water, and people will bring their stuff down from Denver. If you're in the Denver area, sometimes you can go a little bit more north to a reservoir called Horsetooth. That's up by Fort Collins. But if you're probably South Denver to go, if you want to go south, people mostly bring their stuff here because our reservoir is just so large and it's so much fun. So if you are living in Pueblo, you're going to have that ability to get that free or discounted state park admission. Most of the time, from what I've heard, veterans do get free admission. So that is something that is a cool perk if you're going to live here as a veteran. The other thing is we do have some areas nearby that are open to veteran community living centers. One of the places, so there's actually 5 state veteran homes. They have full nursing care, meals, therapy, all kinds of good stuff to take care of our veterans. The locations for those 5 homes are Aurora, Florence, Home Lake, Rifle, and Walsenburg. So Aurora is going to be a suburb of Denver, and it is more eastern part of Denver. It's more on the east side. It's kind of parallel to the center of Denver. So that's about 1.5 to 1 hour, 45 minutes away from Pueblo northeast. So that might not be something that you would want to look there. However, the other locations, the 2 other locations, I can tell you, Florence and Walsenburg are super close. So Florence is actually just about 20 to 25 minutes west of Pueblo West here in Pueblo. So if you're in the center of Pueblo, it could look more like between 30 and 45 just on any given day. There's not really a lot of traffic here, but if there was some sort of wreck or something, then you could add 15 minutes. But for the most part, you're going to be able to get from Florence, from the mid part of Pueblo, it is west, maybe in 30 to 40 minutes. So that is close by. Walsenburg is also close by, about the same distance from the center of Pueblo south. You're going to hit Walsenburg. If you're on the outskirts of Pueblo, it's a pretty easy drive, 25, 30 minutes, something like that. So those are really close to the Pueblo area as well. So if you're looking for one of those state veteran homes, super close to the Pueblo area, but there is one in Aurora as well as Home Lake and Rifle. So the other thing we're going to talk about just really fast is licensing and employment. So if you live in Colorado and you've ever had to do any sort of licensing exam and you have to apply for anything, there's a large fee sometimes, most times, and there's a good wait time sometimes, most times, for those licenses. For example, my real estate license had a pretty hefty fee of almost pretty much, I think it was right around $500. It was $495, plus the wait time and everything like that. It all adds up, right? But the good thing about veterans here is they actually have a benefit and they get fast tracked with their licensing, and sometimes the fees are waived via DORA. So that's really great and definitely a huge benefit for veterans. And that happens if you live here in Colorado. So the other thing is Peak Military Care Network. So you're going to get, just like you have any other health insurance network, you're going to have a military care network, right? So you can get job help, you can get mental health, caregiver support, all kinds of good stuff. So that's another benefit that Colorado has added. So just kind of to sum up here, they offer support with taxes, support with education, housing, healthcare. And basically, you can look all this up. It's pretty easy to find if you connect with your county veteran service officers. So every county is going to have a place that you can connect. Obviously, Pueblo will have one. If you're looking to live in Colorado Springs or Denver, they're all going to have one as well. Subject to your county, they can help you out. So if you reach out to them, just connect with them, let them know specifically what it is you're looking for. They can give you more information, because a lot of these things are going to have qualifications and extra things you need to know in order to apply for some of these benefits or make sure that you actually fall within the criteria to qualify, right? So reach out to a county veteran service officer for help, and they will help you out. So I hope this gives you a good high level that Colorado does, recognize that veterans are here, and we do want to give them some of the perks of living in our state and all the good things. So that does it for this video today. And if you are subscribed to us, you're going to see our next video when if you have the little bell notification hit, you will see the next time we post. So we look forward to connecting with you. And in the meantime, maybe we'll see you around.